we have true family with us today, my family. And his story is something that the world needs to hear because he's full of information. He's an entrepreneur, he's an artist, he's a hard worker, he's a family man, he's just an all-around solid individual that if you know him, you can come to him and ask him anything. His advice, the gems that he have, he's full of wisdom. Mr. Brandon Robertson.
I appreciate that, man.
Hey, man, look, I got to build you up, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the edification.
You know, you that dude, man, because you do so many things. And not only do you do so many things, you set the example for, I'm going to say young because you're younger than me.
Yeah, facts. I'm definitely young, bro.
Man, shut up, man.
I'm definitely young.
But fatherhood, you exemplify all that. And for you to say, yo, I want to come down to talk because I got a story to tell.
Nah, really.
And we couldn't do this and not have you. So we just want to thank you for your time, man, for real.
I appreciate being here.
Yeah.
For real.
And we're going to start you off the same way we start off everybody, which is, what does it mean to you to be a father?
What does it mean to me? I mean, just to be at that pinnacle, you know what I'm saying, that foundation for family, that foundation, that structure for everything, really, because, like, I mean, everything kind of, like, based off of our back, you know what I mean? Like, we carry the family, you know, we instill values, you know, bring the bacon home, even though, you know, that's debatable nowadays, you know, but yeah, I feel like we the pillar of you know, family, you know. Got you.
So for everyone that don't know, how many, like, what's your dynamics as far as how many kids you have, the ages?
I only got two.
I ain't trying to say you got 100.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you said kids, you feel me? It's I already feel bad having plural, you feel me? But,
why you say that, though?
Because, man, like, I'm stretched in, man. And I feel like having more children, like, you gotta take away to provide for more. So I just feel like, you know, the more children I have, the less I'm gonna be stretched out thin, so to speak. So I feel like that's kind of unfair to my kids, you know.
Oh, okay, because you're thinking from that provider role,
right,
specifically, right. And being able to give them everything that you want them to have.
Exactly.
Got you. So when you're feeling like that, then in your head, like, what's your approach to making sure that they have what they need? Like, how do you address that?
Work. Yeah. I mean, every day, man, I'm thinking about how to, you know what I'm saying, how to better myself, how to better my situation so I can provide for them, you know, the way that I want to and the way that I envision. Like, that's why, I mean, I just go hard every day, though.
Got you. So when you sitting back thinking about how, when you say your vision, right? Because we all as fathers or all as parents have what we envision we want.
Right.
So when you sit back thinking about it, what is your vision for your kids?
My vision for my kids is just to provide opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Like, provide the opportunity for them to choose the path, you know. Like, I don't want to have to, you know, I don't want to put nothing on them or nothing like that, but I want to provide the opportunity. Like, if you like this, okay, you can go this way. If you like this, you can go this way, you know what I'm saying? You like fine arts, you can go this way. You know, if you want to be a lawyer, you can go this way. And I just want to be able to provide that opportunity because I don't feel like it was, you know, I don't feel like I was given that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? I kind of had to take it as I had to kind of follow breadcrumbs my whole life, you feel me? So
Gotcha.
I just kind of feel like I can, you know, provide them with that structure to where they want to, wherever they want to go, like, we good, you know, everything taken care of. I'm fully behind you, I can fully support you, you know, mentally, you know, spiritually, financially. Like, I'm all the way investing in you, you know what I'm saying? This is how I feel about it.
And to give a little more perspective, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Hamlet, North Carolina, small ass town, man.
We from the sticks, man.
Yeah.
We from the sticks. Hey, we got Piggly Wiggly and we got Food Line and Super Walmart.
Walmart, like,
And
the
you know,
mall.
I had a tax office in Rockingham.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
I was, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right across
Yeah.
the chicken plant.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about
fact.
that.
Yeah,
I was down in the country too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Well,
you
you
had
know
a tax
that.
office for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I need some help on my taxes. You
I
playing?
don't even want to be on video talking about taxes right now. So
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
that
boy.
subject real quick.
I ain't gonna lie, the woman who did my mama income tax, she doing 3 years now, man.
Ooh.
He goes,
crazy.
we edit this whole shit. I ain't never did nothing. Nothing at all.
All right, you didn't do no taxes.
So you
yeah.
hit on something that you were talking about, that you felt like you had to grind and you weren't handed. What do you mean as far as that? Like, because you're trying to raise your kids, it sounds like in a more progressive way.
Right. Like, I mean, as a child, like, my mom always preached, go to college, you're going to go to college, you're going to go to college. And I'm like, all right, bet. So, I was an A student, you know what I mean? And I played sports, but I wasn't about to get no scholarship out of sports. But I wanted to go to college, but I really didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that was my only option, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, with my sons, like, now, my son 4 years old, my son 4 years old, and my oldest son is 8. And like they see me go get it with my hands, you know what I'm saying, just strictly off me, because I do HVAC. So like I take them with me to jobs, like they ask me who my boss, I'm like, I don't have a boss, like what time you gotta be there, like when I show up, you know what I'm saying, and I go there and they see me work though, you know what I'm saying, I kind of involve them in it as well. So that's why I'm like, okay, well you can do the trade thing, you feel me? Like if you want to go to college, you can go to college. If I push them, like I got my 4-year-old, he in both of them in sports now, you feel me? And I push them like I want them to be D1 athletes. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm just like, whatever you want to do, make sure you be the best at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just like, I want to provide them with different avenues, like all this shit.
Okay,
like,
I see what
whatever
you're
you
saying.
want, like you can have it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So basically just different paths.
Right.
Different opportunities, different chances, instead of like a singular focus on one path. It's like, it's the world out here. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Got you. So when you look at raising your boys, 8 and 4, and you're fathering them and parenting and pouring into them, where did you learn how to be a father? Who taught you? Like, where did that come from?
Man, a lot of people, you feel me? My mom, my uncles, you feel me? Like cousins, my granddad, my stepdad, my real father, he like, I don't really deal with him like that, but I mean, he a good dad to, his other kids, but, like partially, a little bit of him too. So it's just like a multitude of different people.
Right.
Kind of like, I just kind of picked off everyone, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of harnessed it and, put my own little recipe on it on how to be a dad. And
got you.
Yeah.
So I have a question, because that happens a lot, right?
Yep.
Where you have your dad, and it seems like your dad to you is
shaky.
He's a dad,
right?
But to his new family, he's
number
dad.
one. Yeah,
like it almost like he's the family. Like he's the family again. He's there at dinner. He's at all their games and stuff like that. So how does that dynamic? What do you take from him doing in that dynamic that you try to instill into yourself?
I mean, it made me go harder just because I'm like, like I'm a dad too, you feel me? So I know the feeling, of, just that genuine love. So I'm like, bro, how you not want that with me? You know what I mean? And I'm a solid ass dude, I don't hold no grudges against him. Like I done flew my kids all the way. He live in Iowa, you know what I'm saying? I done took both of my sons when he was now he was still in Pampers. Like I missed my flight, changing his diaper. You feel me? So I'm like, if I could take my kids and come and see you, you know what I'm saying? Like why you just can't extend that same, you know what I'm saying? Just that same energy. So it's just, I don't know, but that shit weird. But niggas do that shit all the time. I mean, I don't know if we can cuss.
But you heard it. You say whatever you
But yeah, I don't know. Niggas do that shit all the time, bro. Like, and that shit weird to me. Like, I don't understand it. You feel me? Because you can really look at somebody else and you could be a parent to them, bro, and just like neglect your own kids. Like, I don't understand it.
Do you feel like that over time? Not like it's like defining you now, but did you ever feel any resentment for that though?
Hell yeah, I feel resentment right now.
Okay.
You feel me? Hell yeah. Like I question that shit every day. Like, bro, like, how you not fuck with me? You feel me? Like when I was 12 years old, I flew out there, just like on some like, hey mom, I want to meet my dad. So man, we had to go through child support, you know what I'm saying, to hunt him down. Wow. Once I finally like we introduced each other over the phone, and I was talking to him for a couple months. I'm like, shit, I want to fly out there. Like I got on a plane by myself, 12 years old, flew all the way to Iowa, and kicked it with him for Christmas. You know, they threw a PlayStation in my face. You know what I'm saying? Woo, like, you know, we went hunting and shit like that. I met my
country.
Went hunting.
yeah.
Country.
Like he stayed, like he made Hamlet look like fucking Fayetteville, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Where they live at, that shit is like extra country. So, like we did all the little father shit, you know what I'm saying? Went fishing like that. No matter of fact, I'm fast forwarding. Like that Christmas, I stayed out there like a week. You know, we went hunting though. We did go hunting, and my stepmom, she white. So my stepbrother, it wasn't even my son dad. You feel me? Like it was her outside kid, her oldest son. Feel me? But he like 2 years younger than me. But he white though. Like his dad was white, so he white. You feel me? But my he white. You feel me? So yeah, so my little brother, he 22 now, 23. But he was a baby when I first met him. He was probably like 2 years old. But he was mixed, you know what I'm saying? He was biracial. So when I go out there, the mom, like, she extra cool as hell, but her people stay in town. Like, it's Cherokee, Iowa. Like, small ass country ass town. But they, you know, super white, bro, but extra cool. And my daddy is a nigga. I'm telling you, bro, my daddy is a nigga, bro. I'm like all the way, hate white people. You feel me? Hate white people, nigga. Like, I ain't playing with none of these motherfuckers, you feel me? He from Oklahoma, you feel me? Yeah, bro, yeah. He went up there following a job, got hurt, you know, knocked up, whoop. So hell yeah, bro. That shit, when I just walking into that situation, bro, I was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But he was cool though, you know what I'm saying? So I came home. Then that summer, I was like, well, when I came home, like, mom kind of fucked with him, you know what I'm saying? I want to get to know him, because I'm like, I've been questioning her, like, why my last name different? You feel me? Like, why Brittany daddy ain't my daddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, why I got these people, you know what I'm saying? Woo. So that's when she had to tell me, you know, we had to address the father situation. Like, Derek, I've been calling him daddy since I was like 3-4 years old, but now I'm realizing, like, okay, this is not my daddy, you feel me? So I need these questions answered, so.
So to go to that, did you ever feel resentment towards your stepfather?
Hell nah. That's my daddy. Like me and him got a way more cooler relationship than I do with my real dad. Like I call my stepfather daddy. Like that's my daddy. You feel me?
So when you
But him and my mama been divorced since like I was like 10 years old. You feel me?
right,
But he's still there in your life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
that's solid
Yeah.
all the way around. That kind of
facts.
goes back to, you know, my mom passed 12 years ago, and Sneed, like that's who I feel like I learned manhood from.
Nah, fact.
And so even though she's gone,
He's still there.
I still, like, me and my brothers sometimes, like, still call him Pops.
Right.
Because for a while, well, for me, especially being the oldest, you know, I wasn't really around my father. You know what I mean? My father.
Right.
And then my first stepfather, you know, raised me from when I was early on to when I went to college. But that manhood piece came from a whole nother person. Even after in a sense, the relationship was over. So I completely understand where you're coming from.
Nah, definitely. I don't feel no resentment toward my stepdad though. Like,
yeah. So when you sitting back looking at raising your sons, how would you describe your support system as far as how that dynamic goes around? Like who helps you pour into
my whole family, everybody. Intermediate family, like extended family, like everybody helped me, cause like my son mom passed, like my baby boy, she passed last year, so I got custody of him. So it's like I'm a single dad, like legit single father. You feel me? So like it take a village to raise a kid type deal, like for real. Cause like while I'm at work, my mama, you know, handling him. Like as soon as I get back from work, I pick him up, and then me and him do, you know, the daily routine, but. Like if it wasn't for my mom and my sister, like I'd be there kind of lost. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So in how many years ago? 2, when we lost Aunt Ann? Mm-hmm. Now, what role did she play in?
And them?
Yeah,
Bro, she just got to watch them, bro. Just I don't know, bro. Just sitting back and just watching her watch them, bro. It just like for the past, cause you know she couldn't do too much, like when they were born. You know what I'm saying? But I just love watching her watch them, bro. That shit was beautiful.
But so that was his grandmother.
Yeah.
And what did she pour into you that you carry into wanting to pour into your sons, though?
Just love, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that genuine love. Like, come here, but I kiss my sons all the time. Like, come here, you feel me? Like, I love them all the time.
And that's not manly to kiss on
Nah,
your boys.
hell no. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Put me on camera. I kiss my boys. I don't give a damn. Hell yeah.
Nah, because we got to show it because you didn't get that from your biological father.
Nah, hell no.
And I don't think many of us as young black men really got that.
No.
But that pouring that love into our actual kids is something that we learn from actually women, to be honest. Well, because if you really think about it, our family in a sense is very affectionate but standoffish at the same time.
Nah.
And so like we'll still hug you, pull back from you, but you know we love you and we're there for you for the most part. And so pouring that into our kids is something that's changed. And like you saying that, yeah, I do the same thing with my son. Because one is like, it's my boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I don't know how old when I'm gonna stop though, cause my oldest son, he right about there, cause this shit don't even taste the same. You feel me?
what?
Yeah. I be like, God damn, bro, like you getting too old to be kissing on. Yeah, bro. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, he
bro,
started getting musty now. You're like,
you know how that baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We kiss a baby, and then I kiss my 4-year-old, but now my 8-year-old, I'm like, bro, that shit tastes like outside. So I'm about to cut him off with that, you feel me? But I still love him all the time, though.
Got you.
So it seems like you take a lot of pride in being a father. So let me ask you this. When was the first moment you felt like, I'm a dad? You had your first, like, I'm a real dad moment.
When I met my son, bro, because I ain't meet him till he was a year old. And when I met him, I was like, you know, I'm like, damn, I'm a dad. Because I was there when he was born. That was crazy. My baby mama, like, was on some crazy shit, bro.
What?
She was gay, bro. My baby mama was a lesbian, bro. So they tried to hem me up on some donor type shit, bro.
So on some donor?
Yes, bro. No cap.
Oh.
No cap, bro. Yeah. So that's why I, like, this fatherhood shit, bro, I take this shit serious, bro, because I done did too much to become a dad, you feel me? Because they really tried to just, like, kick me to the side, you feel me? So I had to put myself on child support and all type of shit, bro, just to be in my oldest son's life, you feel me? So,
Yo, that sounds like a movie.
bro, that shit is crazy. I might just make a movie off that shit, bro, 'cause that shit wild. I hope she don't see this, but,
Oh, she gonna see it.
well, fuck it.
Hey,
We
man,
cool, though.
Sometimes it be that way.
I love you, though, you feel me? But, boy, that shit right there, that shit scarred me. I ain't gonna lie.
What you mean?
Like, I don't know, bro. That shit scarred me.
As far as what, trust?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I got burnt, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Not that type of burnt. You feel me?
Say, boy, you let it all out.
Nah, bro. Oh, nah. Yeah, nah. But I feel like she just, bro, that bridge was like total. Like, I never. And I gave her money for a Plan B pill, bro. Like, that was crazy, bro. Like, that was crazy.
So you really feel like you was set up?
Yes, bro. Like, legit, bro. I gave her the Plan B, bro. She called her. She said she took the pill. I'm like, bet. You feel me? Like, she hit me like 3 months later, like, hey, I'm 3 months pregnant. You feel me? Yes, bro. That was crazy. I'm like, did you take the pill? She said, yes. I'm like, well, you got the wrong dude. You got the wrong dude, baby. That's it. Like, it ain't mine. Like, somebody else got you pregnant because ain't no way you pregnant. That shit 99.9% fake.
That's what the package said.
Yeah, the first, and bro, this happened like an hour later. She supposed to had took it an hour later, so I knew I was good. You feel me? Like, but nah, bro, she ain't take it. And told me a year later after she had my son, was like, hey, I got a confession. You feel me? Like, I ain't take that plan. I'm like, that ain't no damn confession. What do you mean? This ain't no confession. Like, I knew that already.
So,
But that shit just wild, like, that you would do that.
so going through that, and then like you said, you're a single father. You've been burnt
Yeah.
Scarred.
Bro, don't say that. We ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna say that no more.
I mean, like,
Yeah, we gonna say it.
like,
Yeah, I feel you,
back
but
to
we
it.
just gonna say
We're gonna keep going back to birth.
we just gonna
That
say
was funny.
we just
That
gonna
was
say
funny.
scarred though. Let's say
All right,
scarred.
let's say scarred.
Yeah,
And-
because
and
somebody
tra-
might tune in a
and
little later.
traumatized.
Yeah, right.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
But you're still there and raising your sons. Now, what are those values that you want to instill in them, even though you've been through so much trauma in a sense?
Take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I did a lot to be in their life. You know, like I could have just. I've talked to different men, you know, about the situation before it. You know what I'm saying? It came to, and I'm like, you know, like I got this situation where I think I got a child, you know, but she won't let me see him, and she telling me that it's not mine. So, you know, what should I do? And they like, shit. She said it ain't yours. Fuck it. You feel me?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm
a
like,
lot.
I'm like, man, but I know it's mine, man, brother. She says yours. And these are grown men that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say no names, but they got kids, they got sons themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And
that's how these kids be out here with no dads.
yeah,
Just like that.
just like that, bro. Just that
like-
easy.
So that cycle continues in various ways.
Yeah, man.
And then it'll be looked at like the dad just didn't want to be around. Well, no, you didn't even let the dad.
Well, yeah.
But then I feel like it's partially on the female, but then at the same time you gotta want to be there too. A lot of men like you hit that first little wall and then you like, all right, fuck it, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But when I hit that wall, that shit was like I kind of fell back a little bit, and then I was like, okay, well, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? And in North Carolina, we ain't really got no kind of rights. You know what I mean? But I enrolled in this little online class, taught me how to file the paperwork, you know what I'm saying, to apply for paternity. And I did that, you know, and got us in court, and shit got handled. I ended up being on child support, but, you know, yeah, I'm here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Got you. So you work hard to instill those values to be there for them.
Right.
Now, like we talked about earlier, you're a recording artist too.
Mm-hmm.
And you're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the questions that I have is how do you balance your rap career and parenting and working operating HVAC?
Yeah.
How do you balance all that? And then how do you navigate your persona as an artist versus the father? How do you do that?
Well, I don't know, man. It kind of feel like orchestrated chaos, man, when it all boiled down, because it's like I'm constantly going here, going there, but everything's still kind of flowing. It look like I'm everywhere, but you know, everything pretty much in the play. And I don't know, it's been hard it ain't been hard, bro, because I'm just me. Like, as an artist, like, I don't shy away from being a father. Like, I can't stand niggas who don't take care of their kids, you feel me? So I speak on it all the time, and, you know, I don't know, a lot of people, they rock with me because of how I am with my kids, you know? Like, women tell me all the time, like, you're an amazing dad, you feel me?
Well, they listen to your music, they like you, I guess.
Yeah, you know, they might be kicking shit, you feel me? But, you know I be rocking, like, at the game, I'm at all games, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know the amount of driving I do, just picking them up on the weekends and doing that whole little transition. That shit just crazy.
Got you.
But nah, it ain't hard.
So you brought up a point, right? How that we haven't spoken on so far, right? Is how do we deal with people in your circle that you feel as though may not be there for their kids?
Oh, I talk shit. Like, I talk shit. Like, you ain't gonna be around me and I know how to talk shit about it. You feel me? Like, I can't stand people who smoke cigarettes. And you probably gonna stop smoking cigarettes being around me because I'm gonna just talk so much shit. And that's the same way I am with niggas who don't take care of their kids. I'm like, damn, boy. Damn, Ray was with your son. You feel me? Like, why you ain't with him? You feel me? Like, well, your son out there balling. You for real? Yeah, why you ain't seen him? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't stand it, bro. I can't stand it. And I got a sister. I got both of my sisters, bro. They both got baby daddies. You feel me? And they, not to put their business out there, but they not the type of father that I am.
Right.
And both of them, they gonna hold them to that standard. You feel me? So, and they ain't nowhere near it at all.
So what role do you play in their kids' lives, though, as far as to help fill that void that their kids may be experiencing?
They my dogs. I rock with them the long way. Like my little niece, she called me daddy. Like we had to teach her what to call me because like we'd be in public and she calling me daddy. And like that's my sister daughter, you feel me?
Look, we in the country, we ain't
Right,
that country.
you know what I'm saying?
We ain't that country. We ain't that country. I see your face. We ain't that country.
So we had to teach her.
Alabama.
Exactly. Like no, we ain't no backwoods like that, no. Hell nah. But
dope.
we had to teach her to say Uncle Brandon, you know what I'm saying? So now, like she called me Uncle Brandon, but like my nephews, you know, I be in their life too, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's hard to have my sons and not have, you know, not have them around, and I know that's what they lack.
Got you.
You know.
Now, as far as your sons, with you being a single father, is there any co-parenting things that you have to navigate, or are there mothers around? Like, how does that work? How does that dynamic?
Yeah, well, see, my youngest,
not your youngest,
my youngest son, but like when it was though, when she was here, you know, God rest her soul. When she was here, it was rough, you know. But me and her, you know, we was kind of dealing, you know what I'm saying? So when we conceived, you know, it was different, you know. Even though we still had a little back and forth about, you know, whether we would go through with it or not, you know. And that's crazy. Then Lord, I'm so glad we didn't, you feel me? But that was something that I wanted and she didn't want, you know. And I kind of gave her the reins on that, and I really didn't rock with it. You know, I really didn't like it. Nah, hell nah, because I feel like this the second time. Like, this the second time I haven't chose, you know, I haven't made the decision. You feel me? That decision was made for me to have a child. You know what I'm saying? Now I couldn't stand it. So I felt resentment toward her about that situation. But when he came, you know, it was just, you know, that shit was beautiful. Like I was at the hospital, you know, I was rocking with her. I took her home from the hospital. I did everything that I didn't get to do with my first son. You know, like that bonding, you know, that skin to skin, you know, that type of deal. Like that's when me and him got it, and you can kind of tell, you can low key tell, like just how they act. Like you tell, like okay, he been around me a lot more than he have. You know what I'm saying? But they still, you know, they still both my sons. But you could just tell, you know, that shit is different. But
That the dynamic shift between one is with you all the time and the other one isn't.
right.
And so do you feel as though one feels a certain type of way or that type of resentment, or?
I don't think he do because
Okay.
you know, I try to compensate with him, you know what I mean, as much as I can, knowing he not around me 24/7.
Right.
But I don't think he feel no type of way. But I don't know, he might though, because he kind of say some little slick stuff every once in a while.
So you're gonna have to check him or something.
Yeah. But he loosened up. This summer was his first summer ever, like spending the whole summer with me. So he was playing football, you know, and doing a lot of stuff he don't really get to do with his mom.
Right.
So I felt like that was good bonding for us.
Now you said your youngest son is 4, and his mom passed. What you said a year ago. Now I know he was young because it's 3, but
Right.
he still had to feel that absence.
Yeah, nah, he definitely, like, he's 3, but, like, you know, cognitive wise, he like 5, you feel me? Like, he definitely was advanced. So I had to tell him, you know, and explain to him what happened. And I tried to let him see her, you know, through the camera when she was in the hospital, you know, in her last moments or whatever. So I really had to explain that shit to him. You know, he grasped it, he understand it. Cause like when we see 18 wheelers and stuff, he, you know, he talk about it. So.
Got you. So it's a lot of like, what type of things do you have to be careful of or instill in him to kind of help him continue to navigate it though? Because it's still trauma that he went through.
Right. Yeah, I just love on him, man. Like, I love on him, and it was like I was so involved with him, you know, and not to say it in, you know, and it mean like, you know, I'm not no ill will or nothing, but when she passed, it ain't like he skipped a beat. You know what I'm saying?
We got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was already there all the time, so it was like.
It's not like you came out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
Complete,
Yeah.
Like you were
who
a
was this
stranger.
guy?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you go in the hour.
Yeah, nah, facts. It ain't nothing. Yeah, it ain't nothing like that. Like I've been there since day one. Like had him damn near every day of his life. Cause I was in Georgia with him by myself when he was a year. No, 2 years old. It was just me and him in Georgia, in Savannah, for like 4 months. So, and I was working full time, and I was putting like 70 hours a week, and had a damn newborn down there. That
So
shit
that
was
basically
crazy.
broke you in and into single parenthood.
Hell yeah.
Just that 4-month stretch.
Like, man, being down there like nobody, like no
What
mama.
was that like though? What was some of the biggest things you had to learn, or I'm assuming you had to mature in certain areas.
Yeah.
Like, what was the biggest changes that had to take place in you?
I couldn't go out now like that, boy. Nothing. Like after work, it's straight to the daycare, straight home, straight getting him ready for the next day. And like on the weekends, we was shooting back up to North Carolina, just visiting the family, right back down there. So, yeah, just time management probably was the biggest thing. And organization, damn, I don't know, bro. That was a rough part.
Oh wow.
That was rough being down there though.
Was
It was cool bonding with him though, cause like it was just me and him and my dog. I had a pit bull. It was just me and him, him and the dog. You feel me? So I feel like that's why me and him so locked in. I feel like we were just kind of like in the trenches together, you know. So and it was just me and him, bro. Like me and him. I ain't have nobody to depend on. So just teaching him how to depend on his damn self. You know what I'm saying? Or depend on me. Like you know, no matter what, bro. I don't care who in your life. Like you know. I got your back, you know, like regardless of what's going on, like I'm always gonna have you.
So when you sit back and look at it, when you're alone, right? What do you feel like the biggest changes or impacts that your children had on you as a man?
Damn, bro, they just made me slow down, man. They made me slow down, cause I was. Wide open, man, moving too fast, not taking that time just to like, you know, just chill and they made me realize like, you know, everything ain't about monetary gain, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't about money because I've been the brokest I ever been at some points and, you know, we had a ball, you know, we done had a ball, like we done had the best time of our life and it's just like that shit really didn't matter to them. Like of course when we go to Walmart or something, they want, you know, hey, daddy, you know, when I tell them no, they might cry a little bit, but when we go out, when we go back home, go outside, I'm throwing the frisbee with them, little stuff like that, man, they just love that.
That's
so,
priceless.
yeah, so that's what that's what that taught me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I used to say, the broker I am, the happier I was.
Yeah, man.
Because it's moments that you cherish more than when you have money for like big trips or spending extravagant money or whatever. It's just the free moments that are the best moments.
Yep.
It's maybe when you broke without kids, but being broke with kids, that's just hard.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, it's definitely hard because there's certain things you want to be able to provide. But I'm talking about the moments when it's just something that might make y'all laugh. And
like, you got to find something else to do.
That's all you got.
You can't pay for shit. Like, listen,
nah, you can't pay for nothing, boy.
Like,
you got to feed, boy. That's it.
You have all kind of interesting stories as a father, right? Mm-hmm. So if a new father was to come up to you and say, I just need advice. Like, just give me any words of wisdom you could for a new father or an aspiring father, what would it be?
Choose your mate wisely.
I said that in the first episode, didn't I?
Choose your mate wisely.
That was my number one. Yeah.
Choose your mate wisely. Mm-hmm. Just because you think you know it, don't mean you know her.
Preaching, eh?
Hey, listen, we had pastors on here before.
If you think you're ready, you're not ready. That's one. That's the biggest one. You feel me? Because you never not ready. I mean, you never ready. Like even when you think you're prepared, you still not prepared. And just cherish the first time, every first time moment, man. Just cherish that.
That's deep.
Being in there.
I ain't never thought about that one.
Yeah,
Cherish
being
the
in
first
there.
time, yeah.
Yeah, because I had missed it with my first child, man. So I'm like, okay, bam. Like, this is what it feel like to be in the hospital, you know, waiting beside you. You know, even though me and her weren't even a couple, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just like, I was able to go through that with her, and that shit, I'll never forget that. Gotcha. I don't never want to see it again, but...
I ain't watched.
Yeah, I watched.
You a wimp anyway.
Yeah. That shit crazy, but that shit opened up. God dang.
Like, how am I feel this up again?
God, that shit, hey, that snapped back now.
Yeah, snap back real.
Yeah, it's snap back real now.
So you pour so much into your sons, being a single father, being there, being supportive. But when you're gone, when they lay you down, what do you want your legacy as a father to be?
Dang, boy. Sacrifice. Like, I sacrificed everything to be a dad. Like, everything. Like,
You ain't gotta say nothing else.
that's sacrifice.
That's it. Sacrifice. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That one word says a lot.
Cause I had to deal with a lot. I have to do a lot. Still have to put, I still have to do a lot every day.
It never stops.
Nah,
Yeah.
and it won't stop until I lay down. That's when it'll stop.
Gotcha.
People like, oh, when they 18, they gonna be like, yeah, like my mom's still a mom to me, and I'm 33. Yeah. I mean, damn, boy, I'm 32. I'm tripping. See,
The kid's getting to you.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Hey, look,
That's a perfect example of a kid.
I just turned 32, so I ain't even got used to saying it yet, boy.
we need gray hair next. That's what's gonna pop up next.
I got 1, 2 up there. I got 1, 2 up there already.
But nah, man, I'm gonna tell you something. When I talked to you about coming on, you was like, man, I want to do it. I want to talk. I
was adamant about that.
And for you to take time and drive up here after work and just sit down with us and share your story, because your story is relatable to a lot of people in a many different ways.
Right.
And man, we really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. I thought I was gonna be nervous, but y'all made me comfortable now. So y'all, it's cool.
Man, we just having a
We
conversation.
just talking,
man.
Yeah.
Safe space.
Yeah.
We take care of you before the show.
Yeah.
Oh God. We should good.
My dog.
All right, nah, man. Appreciate it, man. And hey, we'll see y'all next episode.
All right.
Yeah.